Welcome to another episode of Core Reviews. I'm Legacy.
And I'm Max.
I'm Bobby.
I'm Jay.
So today for our monthly review, we are reviewing a movie that Max and Bobby finally have seen. Vitamin J and I have been waiting. We've been so excited to do this movie. Is that right, Vitamin J?
Absolutely. We've been Wicker basket fans since day one.
First of all, you didn't make that term up. Second of all, you have not seen a single one until today, and I applaud you for finally watching it after saying it for the movie's been out almost 10 years now.
Yeah, I believe Max and I are the only ones to see it opening weekend each movie.
Good for you.
It is.
Is that a flex or something? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much is. Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
So we're taking you all to the Continental and to the first of however many films they make.
Oh my God, 4.
I mean, I don't know how many more they're going to make in the future. Or they might keep going, because I'm pretty sure the fourth one did well.
Of course it did.
Okay. Each one makes more money.
All right, so let's get into it. So anybody who hasn't seen it, this is a spoiler review. You are warned. All right? So
the plot is very, very simple.
The movie just starts off with John Wick. You can tell he's wounded. And he goes back and he starts having flashbacks to his wife that passed away. And her last present to him was a dog.
Adorable puppy. Adorable.
Beagle.
They show you kind of like him afterwards. He's sad and depressed. And then he runs into these Russians. What was his son's name?
Yosef. He likes Keanu's car, so he wants to buy it. Keanu, or John Wick, excuse me. I'll give him a proper name here. John Wick does not want to sell his car. And
because he knows he's got a nice car.
It is a nice car. And Yosef isn't happy about that.
He's kind of a spoiled brat.
And John Wick says no. So later on, John Wick is sleeping, and then he hears something, goes to check out. It's Yosef and his friends, and they kill the dog and steal the car. And not only did they kill the dog and steal the car, they also left that car and they threw a bat through a windshield. Was that really necessary?
Not only that, but after they killed the dog, knocked John Wick out, stole his car, but then the dog, when it died, it was way across the room. When he woke up, they had moved that dog, dragged it. You saw the blood trail right in front of John Wick's face. So when he woke up, that was the first thing he saw. I mean, these guys were asking for it, man. I mean.
And John Wick ain't too happy. He brings his car to this guy, and the guy's like, "Who'd you steal that car from?" And he could already tell that he knows it's John Wick's car. And he works for Ego, who's his father. And he's like, "Yeah, I get that out of here," because he knows. And so basically, like, everybody knows who John Wick is except Yosef and his friends. Everybody else seems to know who this guy is.
The cops even knew about him. Everyone at the Continental. I'm telling you, those 3 dudes, the only guys to not know who John Wick is. Then when John Wick was on, he tells Vigo why he punched his son. He's like, okay.
I heard you struck my son.
Yes, sir, I did.
Yeah, may I ask why?
Yeah, well, because he stole John Wick's car, sir, and, killed his dog.
Oh.
And then I love how when Vigo goes to talk to his son about what he did to John Wick, the way he just buries his son with what he says. He said, "You would do nothing because you can do nothing." So like, he's just saying, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop this. Let Daddy save you one more time. And he was also doing this, Paul Heyman, putting over John Wick too.
Yeah,
I just want to point out an interesting thing with that, because normally in the movie it's the hero talking about the villain, showing what the villain is capable of. This movie flips it and it shows what the hero is capable of. And I'm just saying, if I was a bad guy and I heard him talking up John Wick like that, but you know what? I'm in a different line of business right now.
Yeah, everybody seems to be afraid of this man. And yeah, like they said, everybody, even the cop, the funniest scene is when the cop comes over. Which, by the way, the cop came real quick after that disturbance call.
He saw the actor, like, oh, that's John Wick. So, oh, no.
Yeah, but he goes and he sees the body on the ground. He's like, "You're working again?" And he's like, John's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, cool. Well, see ya." Well, I'm going to let you handle this, and I'm going to keep on going with my life.
The 2 smartest people in this movie were that cop and then Kevin Nash. Later on, when he goes to go after his son, he gave Kevin Nash a chance to live or die. Kevin Nash said, "I'll stay alive. Thank you very much." 2 smartest people in the movie.
No. Because he probably realized, look, the worst that happens is Vigo comes after me. Most likely Vigo's dead. So, you know what? I'm just going to weigh my odds here and just leave.
Smart man knows when to fold.
Yeah.
But they show you a little bit into the criminal underworld. John Wick makes a call to collect all the bodies.
Sir, I want to make a point. That was a dinner reservation. Thank you.
Vigo puts a hit out on him. He pretty much tells the guy, send every man you got, because he knows this is no joke. They give you a nice, as we were saying, he's been in retirement, got to get him through some jobbers, a little warm-up matches, whoops 12 dudes' tails, and then calls in, dinner reservation. So it argued from us, it seemed like there was more guys than 12, but,
I had to look at the tape.
This clean crew comes to clean his house and get rid of all the bodies, and John Wick, he goes to good old Continental.
Before we get to the Continental, can we talk about what stand-up job those dinner reservation specialists there did? That was a bang-up job, clean, efficient. They stacked them in the truck, and Jacob said it looked like there were 6 in there. That's how tight they packed them in, Jacob.
It didn't look like it was 12 in that.
That's just how good they are. They do nice and tight. Clean.
And I want to know what kind of plastic wrap they use, because I've used plastic wrap.
It's the top grade. That's top shelf stuff. You wouldn't know about it.
Mm-hmm. Not on the market.
It's got to be some grade A stuff.
Yeah, it's military grade.
Oh, yeah. And what we find out, William Dafoe's also in this. His character's name's Marcus. And he pays, I think he says, $2 million to kill John Wick. So you see him later on in the Continental, where he reserves a room. And the one rule of the Continental is you cannot do business in the Continental, aka no killing. Or there are consequences. Just because you're a bunch of assassins and all that and some bad guys doesn't mean they don't play by a list of rules. There's a rule and there's some codes you got here. But you sense John Wick has been there before because the maitre d' notices him.
And as always, it is a pleasure having you with us again, Mr. Wick.
R.I.P.
Yeah, to the goat.
A couple weeks. Yeah. And the next thing that we notice is he goes to hunt down Vigo's son, and he figures out where he is at this rave. And this is where you also see Kevin Nash. Francis is his name in this movie.
Hello, Francis. Mr. Wick. Это похудел. 20 kilograms. Are you here on business, sir? Afraid so, Francis. Why don't you take the night off? Thank you, sir.
That is the Kevin Nash style. Get in, get out, get paid.
And you also see again Vigo's son, how much of a spoiled brat he is acting like when even the bodyguard's like, look, I'm trying to keep you alive. I'm not trying to deal with you being drunk all day. And then he yells at his friend to get him another bottle. Like, you could just see how much of a spoiled brat he is.
So I wanted a bottle. He almost cried too. I saw a lip quiver. But anyways, he's just showing him how he knows John Wick is coming for him. His dad told him that he messed up. So it just shows how dumb this dude is, that he's just trying to be drunk, trying to have fun, while this guy he knows is coming to kill him. I kind of don't understand. I would be a nervous wreck.
John Wick undoubtedly breaks in and is ready, takes out all the guards there.
Well, not just that, he also got one of his friends, one of the 3, at the bathroom mirror, and he gets him to snitch and tell him where Yosef is, and that guy thinks that John Wick's going to let him go. Nah, John Wick's going to finish that kill. He's not going to make the same mistake Yosef did, I tell you that.
Hey, after you heard John Wick's after you, why don't you all split up and go different places? Because I would have been like, look, he probably really is just mad at Yosef. He might just forget about me.
Well, that's why they met their demise. We would have been much smarter.
But he goes in, whoops everybody's tail. Yosef gets away.
I don't say whoops up to tail. He murders everybody.
And one guy gave him a good licking at the end. He did throw him down a flight of one story.
He butchered most of them. But,
most of them we made quick work of.
But he tracks them down. So then he goes
back to the Continental.
He asks for a doctor. The doctor comes to stitch up. The doctor tells him to rest and relax. What I recommend is that you rest for a couple days and it will heal. But if you still have business to attend to, here's some medicine for the pain. So he's just chilling on his bed, and then you see Marcus has a clear shot at him. He has a sniper. He's been following John, and he has a clear shot, but he notices somebody's coming in, and he shoots, missing John Wick purposely to alert him to somebody's coming in. And there was this woman you saw earlier.
Her name's Perkins.
Ms. Perkins, who knew John, and she's there. She took the contract. Yeah, they get into a nice fight.
Like you said, she took money. She's going to break the rules of Continental, which is not a good idea. We'll find that out later. But Miss Perkins does put up a good fight. She was like a spider monkey on him, crawling all over his back, and she was elbowing his stitches down there. That was pretty gnarly. But eventually, John Wick gets his bearings and takes care of her, which is just a pretty easy table bump there, Jacob.
Yeah, it
didn't take much damage. Didn't take much damage.
No.
But he doesn't kill her. He does give her a chance because she gives him the location of Vigo's money and all of his blackmail documents. So everything that makes him what he is. He leaves him with another assassin, or what do you want to call him? Named Harry, I believe. It doesn't end up well for Harry. She does get out.
No, poor Harry.
Pretty gnarly seeing her break her thumb to get out the handcuffs.
But yeah, she breaks out, kills him. At the time, John Wick goes into the church, and he comes in with the bishop. He walks up to him, and he just pulls out the gun and just wipes everybody out.
Probably haven't seen too many movies where someone walks up to a priest or bishop and just shoots them. So I thought it was pretty funny when he did that.
Oh yeah. And then he's like, "Do you know this place? Do you know what you're doing?" And then he takes him downstairs to the vault. And he tells the bishop, like, you better open this vault. And he's like, well, but if I open it, he'll kill me. And then John Wick, like, shoots the guy's like, well, I'll kill you if you don't open it. So
I got to add two more people to the smartest people. Those two ladies that were in the bank vault, they also left. They add them to the list.
Smart, very smart.
Yeah, and he burns the money. He blows up the whole place. He doesn't really want it. He just wants to hurt Vigo. And then you see him leave, and then the bishop is then killed because
Vigo pulls up and he's not happy about it, and of course he's going to blame the bishop, so he shoots him. That's it for him.
So long, farewell. It was real. Sorry, man. What happens when you do stuff like that in the house of God?
I mean, yeah,
Lord.
He doesn't play around.
Then John tells Vigo he'll not stop till he gets his son.
Yes, because when Vigo arrived, John Wick went after him, but during the battle, that's when the guy hit a car. He was driving a car, then he hit a car that hit John Wick.
And then he captures John and then is like torturing him, ready to kill him. And, all John says, just give me your son. That's all I want. I'll let everything else go. And Vigo obviously is not going to give over his son. So he tells his guys to kill him.
Before Vigo left, John Wick was he's put some scathing words on him, talking about how he's going to be buried with his son and all that.
But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. So you can either hand over your son, or you can die screaming alongside him!
Yeah, because the whole time Vigo's like, it's just a dog, it's just a car. It doesn't, why do you need to kill my son over this? So he explains that was what helped him grieve for his wife. He wouldn't be alone anymore. His dying wife gave him something else to love that would be with him, and that meant a lot. So that's why he did it.
But Mark saves him, shooting one of the guys that's about to kill him. And then John Wick escapes and then runs after the car, gets in front of the car, shoots it. And
I love when John Wick escaped, thanks to his plot armor, this best armor to have. But then he, like you said, he shoots the car, so he has Vigo. And I just love Vigo's reaction. He's just like, this is unfreaking believable. I just let this guy to get killed, and now he's back already and about to kill me. Like, how the hell did this happen? That was 5 minutes. Like, what the hell?
He's like, I thought I was good. I thought we were done. We were safe.
Like, I was safe for 5 fucking minutes. But to be fair, he had plenty of chances to kill John Wick, but
Had the monologue, man.
Yeah.
Could have just got the gun, pulled the trigger, boom, But they always got to do it their way.
They always got to talk. They always got issues to say.
They always want you to know that they're doing it and why they're doing it to you before they do it. Gives them just enough time.
And then they always leave because they're too cowardly to see you die. But then they always escape. Every time.
And after that happened, Vigo basically is bartering for his life, like, hey, if I tell you where he is, will you just let me go? And then tells him where his son is. It's funny, and then he also warns him, he's like, they're going to be expecting you, and John Wick's like, I know.
He's like,
he wants them there.
Yeah, he's like, I want them to know.
He's like, that's the thrill of it. That's the thrill.
Coming in by surprise
when
would
they
be
go
too
to the
easy.
hideout where the son is, one of the son's friends is playing video games, And Max said this very brilliant thing that John Wick does. How you always take out the snipers.
Yeah, like in the Spider-Man game, the Batman game, you always get the snipers first, and then you go for the
That
grunts
is
inside.
true. That is true. You always gotta get the snipers. Every Ubisoft
They're the
game.
most annoying, man. Yeah, if you don't take them out quickly and quietly, you're going to have to deal with them for the rest of the time. So,
It's a good strategy.
so he does all of that, taking out the sniper.
He even gets a friend. He even gets a friend playing video games. Now, that friend did have to die because he was one of the 3 there. So, at first, I was like, "Why did he have to go? He's just playing a game." But I was like, "Fair. He was there. He did kill your dog." So, sorry, man.
Yeah, I mean, he had to go.
Yeah, he did to himself.
Unfortunate. So the son runs away, and then John Wick catches him. He shoots him once, which is not a fatal shot. Then goes up, shoots him again. Pretty quick, swift death.
It was quick and swift, but John Wick left Yosef enough time to let him just get in face one more time to say, "I want to be the last thing you see before you die."
Could have done a lot worse. John
He could have.
shot him and done a whole lot, made that a lot longer for what he put him through. So think, okay, cool, it's over, right? We're done. We're gonna all drop this. John checks out the Continental. He also gets a car as a present from the Continental for his troubles because he got attacked at the Continental.
Mm-hmm.
You at the Continental, you really expect to be, everything to be, all the rules to be upheld. You expect them to do that, so I can see them comping him something.
They handled their business. They satisfied the
He's supposed to
customer,
be
John
civil.
Wick, and they rectified the issue with Miss Perkins.
That's good management. That's good management.
Good management.
Very well done. And then thinking it's over, then Vigo goes to visit Marcus. Basically, Vigo's mad that Marcus did not kill John Wick and betrayed him.
And Miss Perkins snitched.
Yep.
I can't stand Perkins. I'll tell you that right now.
So now he gets tortured
And
to death.
Vigo's like, you know what? I liked you and I wasn't going to kill you because you're one of the old dogs and I was going to let you go out your own way. And at that point, Marcus is like, no, I'm not going to sit here and be tortured. I'm going to go out my way. So he attacks one of the guards, kills 2 of them, and then essentially gets shot instead of having to be tortured. He then put in like 20 shots. Like, it was really unnecessary.
It was a bit dramatic. It was a bit drama queen.
To be fair, Vigo has lost essentially everything, so he's not in a good headspace right now. And he has a really bad drinking problem. He's been drinking all movie.
Sleep it off.
And Vigo calls John to tell him what he did. And, again, couldn't just leave well enough alone. He killed your son. I get you're upset. You didn't have to go after Marcus. And so John immediately turns around the car and is like, you know what? Look, I was just trying to let this go. I got my kid. I killed your son. It was going to be over. We were going to drop in, go our separate ways. But nope, and goes to Vigo. And you also see Miss Perkins get a call from the Continental because, like we said, she broke the one rule. And let me tell you, Miss Perkins meets a group of people, and then she goes down this place, and then 4 men surround her, and then Winston, who's played by Ian McShane, who is the owner of the Continental, is like, tells her that her membership has been revoked. And we all know why. And then he walks away as they kill her.
Yeah.
And we dropped her on the way out. Screw you.
Not only is he mad at her, he's also mad at Vigo because he then calls John Wick and says, I know it's breaking a code, but he then tells John Wick where Vigo is.
A certain someone is leaving on a certain helipad.
So John Wick goes on an angry rampage there. As they think everything's cool, they're going to get away. Then you see John Wick's car behind him. He bashes one car, making it flip. Then he hits the other car and basically using his car and gun takes out pretty much all of Vigo's sidemen. So at this time, the Mayhem guy from the commercials that we see, he's in this movie. He's asking for a gun this whole time. And he does the stupidest thing you possibly could do. Max, can you tell him what this guy does?
Well, he shot at John. He didn't need to do it either because John Wick didn't know where he was at. He shot at John Wick for no reason at all, and then he like laughs and like looks at his gun. Like, I'm like, dude, you won't want to keep shooting that. Maybe you might hit him. He's not the brightest. John Wick doesn't shoot him dead first. He gets him and then
he makes
he wants him to pay for. He wants him to feel a bit of pain before he dies for his stupid mistake. It's like, that was so dumb.
He probably could have just ran away and John would let him go because he's like, his issue wasn't with him.
Yeah,
he hadn't done anything. He
you.
probably would let him go and been like, whatever. So Vigo starts running away, but he sees John. And then they do a fist fight. He says, let's do this. No guns, no bullets. And they get in a fist fight, which is, John's just whooping him. He brings out a knife And basically, John allows the Vigo to stab him so he can pull the knife closer to him, and then Kid does the move to pretty much break his arm.
Oh
Takes
yeah,
out the
pretty
knife
much.
and
That's
stabs
just broken.
Nah, yeah, that thing's done.
And after Vigo dies, it then takes you back to the beginning of him when he basically was a little bit knocked out from like blood loss and everything. Goes into this place to get alcohol and to help heal his wound. And in it, it's a place where they euthanize dogs, and he takes one of the dogs, this pit bull.
That's gonna be a big dog. You'll see it again.
All right. So some quick notes I had about this movie. One, yeah, I don't understand the hype. It was okay. I mean, you guys.
I knew you were gonna say some dumb shit. I knew you would.
Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Not lie. Admit that you loved it.
Oh, a couple things. Way to reload.
Yep.
There was a lot of
Solid
reloading.
points.
So, yeah, they really did show, okay, bullets aren't infinite in this universe. No, they do run out. You got to reload. I got to give credit to Alfie Allen. He played Joseph pretty well. He was really annoying brat.
Yeah, I hope John Wick tears your ass up.
Exactly.
This movie was made for pretty cheap for Hollywood standards, 20 to 30 million. Wikipedia tells me, and it made 86 million, so 4 times the budget.
Yeah, and this movie of the franchise has the least amount of kills at like 77, I believe is what some
A
people
paltry
reported.
number, really embarrassing. John Wick, but to be fair, he was coming off retirement, so that was a
He
bit
was
low.
rusty. He was a little rusty.
Yeah, it's a bit low.
Well, I will also give it credit of like the action scenes were really good. The fight scenes were great.
I also like the use of the lighting. What they always use different colors. I thought looked pretty good. Really thematic. Also some great kills in this. One of my favorite kills in this was with the jobber group near the beginning of the movie when he's laying on the island and he just like breaks his neck that way. Oof. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, beautiful.
I like the one where he
And-
shoots the guy's foot to get him to move from the car. And shit's like, yeah, gotta move your foot, man. Gotta move your foot. Can't expose that.
You can't be slipping around John Wick.
All right, overall thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, it's amazing. It starts of actually, let me just say it. This is the start of the best action series of all time. I said it.
I agree. Every movie is a banger. I think it gets better and better and better.
Yeah, in fact, I think this one may be if I was to rank them, may be in last place.
Yeah. And guys, when John Wick said "I'm back," he wasn't just speaking as John Wick. He was speaking as Keanu Reeves as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's letting the world know I'm back. I am launching a new franchise. I'm gonna be the hottest thing in action.
Preach it.
I mean, I'm gonna give Keanu Reeves. He definitely knows his niche. He knows what he is. This is his thing. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger knew his thing. All right, so let's go ahead and give this movie a rating, 1 to 10.
What do you mean? This is a solid. It's a 9. The rest is going to be higher. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, the rest are higher. So since the rest are high, I'm gonna give the rest like a 9 to 9.5 range. I'm gonna give this an 8.5, 8.75 range. But the rest of them are 9, 10. They're bangers after bangers after bangers.
Dang. Yeah.
Vitamin J.
7.5.
Oh,
That's
you
good.
disgust me, sir.
That's good.
You
That's a good movie.
You
7.5,
disgust me,
that's
sir.
good.
oh.
Well, I was
Hunter.
like, do I like that better than Fury Road? And I like Fury Road better.
I was gonna give it an 8. It was good.
I can live with an 8. When we do Godfather, all of a sudden it's gonna be a 4. All of a sudden, I might give it a 4.
4 10, not
I
impressed.
don't know why you're at 7.5. That's good.
So thank you all for watching. Let us know your grades below. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know how you like the movie. Again, my name's Legacy.
And I'm Max.
I'm Bobby.
Jay.
May the discussions begin. See you guys.